We'll see. So which candidate came out the strongest? Let's ask our esteemed panel. Joining us right now, former Navy SEAL and Trump supporter Carl Higbie, former Green Beret, and also Green Bay Packer. Ben Collins is here, and veteran Marine Infantry, and infantry and managing editor of Washington Free Beacon, Aaron MacLean. Welcome to all of you. Carl, kill the families?
Well, I think we need to indiscriminately bomb the regions that are most prevalent with the threat we have. And if the families happen to be there with the ISIS soldiers, then yes, the families.
So Trump resonated with you. I know you're supporting him. Did he resonate with you from the military?
I think he resonated with me and a lot of my friends who are currently in the military. I spoke with last night afterwards, late last night. They said absolutely. Like, we can't pick and choose these targets so with such a fine-tooth comb. We have to go after bulk. And the carpet bombing idea, that's what's going to work. That's what worked in World War II. And unfortunately, war is hell, and it's not pretty, and we have to do some things that we generally don't want to do.
Heard a lot about carpet bombing last night, Ben Collins, and then you had Senator Cruz say, yeah, I'm going to carpet bomb, but at the same time get special forces in there to distinguish targets. You can't have both.
Well, no, you can't. I think it's pretty short-sighted to say we're just going to carpet bomb. I mean, the reality is you've got 7 to 9 million people living in these territories, in both Raqqa and Mosul total. They're embedded in the population, so there is no carpet bombing. Now, if you can use special operations to target, but if you're going to use special operations on the ground to target, you better have a huge support train behind them to take care of them.
Who made most sense to you?
Look, to be honest, I don't think any of them, to me, in a complete package made sense. I mean, to me, the winner of the debate was ISIS. I mean, all we did was focus on tactics. We didn't talk about strategy. And until I see any candidate that truly understands that these are complex issues, I'm going to hold my vote yet.
Aaron MacLean, a guy who fought in Afghanistan, we heard about how the wars were not working. We shouldn't have went into Iraq all last night. Did anyone make sense to you?
I think there was a real strategic divide between the candidates. One group thinking that the fight against ISIS has to be connected to a broader struggle where we're tough on Syria, we're tough on Russia, we're tough on Iran, and another group of candidates, I would include Trump and Cruz in this latter group, who want to focus on ISIS specifically but don't seem to me to want to face down the rest of that axis. So I think there's a real debate. I enjoyed the debate.
I did too. Let's just look too about the issue of toppling dictators in order to get them out and give them a shot at democracy and give the people a shot at freedom. Marco Rubio was on the defensive to Ted Cruz and Rand Paul in particular, and to Donald Trump when it came to knocking off dictators, because he was in support of Saddam Hussein's ouster and Gaddafi. Listen to how he defends himself.
To begin with, Muammar Gaddafi and the revolt against Gaddafi was not started by the United States. It was started by the Libyan people. And the reason why I argue we needed to get involved is because he was going to go one way or the other. And my argument then was proven true, and that is the longer that civil war took, the more militias would be formed, and the more unstable the country would be after the fact.
Rubio be paying the price because there was no post-war plan, Carl Higbie?
Well, the issue is that region speaks dictator. They speak power. They don't speak Jeffersonian democracy like this. They're not intelligent enough, and they're not accountable enough to maintain that type of government. So that place needs a dictator. We might not like the outcome, and it might be horrible and, you know, against human rights and everything like that, but we have to look at the fact, what keeps that country less unstable? Not, right. You know, it's never going to be stable. But
do you think it's important, Ben, to understand what got us into this situation? It wasn't go take out Gaddafi. It wasn't go take out Assad. It was an insurgency amongst Syrians and amongst Libyans.
Well, certainly. And I think, look, the response that we've seen from Assad, I mean, remember, this has been going on for 5 years. I mean, he's killed several hundred, almost 300,000 of his own citizens. Right. I mean, 54% of that country right now lives in abject poverty. So, look, Assad or no Assad, the fact of the matter is if you don't understand that Assad is an Iranian proxy and a funnel to Hezbollah, right, then we're just shooting in the wind.
And we are where we are right now. Who do you think, in the big picture from the debate that you said you enjoyed, Aaron, who do you think has the best vision?
I mean, I think the group of them, I would include Rubio, Fiorina, Christie, Bush.
In that order?
Yeah, I'll go with that. In that order. I really enjoyed what Rubio had to say, because I think that he gets that we can't just keep ourselves safe by narrowly focusing on our self-interest. That our self-interest has to be tied with pushing for a world that respects American values. The safety comes from that.
I would just love to see somebody say, I'm going to let the experts tell me their plan, and those are in the military with civilian control and oversight, but don't pretend. Listen. Yeah, and actually listen for a change, and don't make them pay the price. Aaron MacLean, Ben Collins, and Carl Higbie, thanks so much.